All right, so why conceal carry a revolver, especially a large frame revolver or larger revolver, K-frame, in this day and time when we have polymer wonders that shoot 15 rounds, 17 rounds, 21 rounds? Well, you know, I like those. I have those. I shoot them well. But I love revolvers. And in the scheme of ordinary citizen self-defense, most times that revolver is going to be adequate, more than adequate, to get you out of a bad situation. As far as the discomfort, main thing is to sturdy belt. I like the Core Essentials belts and a good holster. Now this one's a Kramer holster. It was pretty expensive, but it's very easy to come out of the holster with it. It's also very secure. Now I'm shooting a Model 10 circa 1977. This is Geronimo. It's a very beautiful gun, but not just that. It's also an example of what Smith & Wesson used to produce. You know, their high quality gun period was between the 1960s and the early 80s. And they were making, because of the volume of revolvers they were making at that point in time, they were making high quality revolvers that were affordable for ordinary people. Now, one of the advantages of a K-frame revolver, 4-inch barrel, you have 100 to 200 feet per second more energy coming out of that muzzle. You also have a better sight radius with a all-metal steel gun. Because of the weight, it handles recoil better. You know, these are all advantages in terms of accuracy. You want to make every shot count. Now, of course, in our scenario, as what is normally common in a self-defense situation, it's at very close quarters, you know, 10 feet or less. But you would be surprised at how many police officers miss at that distance, because they never train the mind, they never train their body to move and maneuver at that close quarter distance. And it doesn't mean that you have to shoot. You can practice at home with an unloaded gun. Now, there's different ways you can conceal carry. Somebody made the comment, not in a bad way, but about my flapping shirts that I like to wear. And guilty as charged, you know. I like to cover up most of the year. You know, I'm still into the black t-shirt thing, especially during the summertime. All right, and you know, if I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt, it's not necessarily conducive to carrying a full-size revolver, although I have, under a baggy t-shirt. Now, this holster here was made by my friend Mark Thomas. And even though this is more of a duty holster, I actually use this sometimes to conceal carry with an open shirt, whether short sleeve button down or whether a long sleeve button down. And it comes out fairly well. Now, this is a Model 15 Combat Masterpiece, 1977 as well. Very beautiful gun, very good shooter. And you may ask, you know, Greg, what got you into wanting to carry a full-size revolver again? Well, a lot of it has to do, and I used to carry old Cochise here a good bit. I still do on occasion, but I saw the Henry Big Boy revolver, and I was like, oh my Lord. It looked like something Frank Hamer or Jelly Bean Bryce would have carried. And I've been trying to get hold of one. Needless to say, they're kind of hard to find right now. But I got to thinking, you know, Greg, you know, you've got these beautiful Smith & Wesson revolvers, these older revolvers that shoot very well and that carry well. Why don't you start carrying them? That's why you bought them. And yes, guilty as charged. I bought them to carry. But they were so beautiful. And both of these guns, this and the Model 10, were pristine. They had not been shot, but very, very little, maybe 5 or 6 rounds at most. And it was like, we just got to keep them in the safe and shoot them when you feel like it on the range, but not carry them. But the bottom line was I bought them to carry and paid a decent price for them at the time. Not a high price, but now things, of course, have gone up. And I'm like, okay, well, let's carry those until maybe I can find a Henry Big Boy revolver. Now, as far as holsters, Azula, this one's very comfortable, just rides a little low. But if I'm wanting to conceal a revolver under a t-shirt, this Tagua high-rise thumb brake works very good. Once again, not very expensive. So anyway, when I see you in 2 weeks for my next video, I will have a Henry Big Boy revolver. I just made a deposit on one today, and I'm looking forward to showing it to you. And I'm also looking forward to comparing it to one of these older Smith & Wesson revolvers. And this is Greg with Lionquestfitness reminding you, always be prepared for the unexpected.